All right, all you furballs out there in TV land, it's me, your pal, Danger Dan, here with another episode of Dare Danger Dan. And you, the people, have dared me to draw some drawings once again. And I'm excited, you're excited. I'm gonna take you back to 1987. We're gonna take a look at our old pal, Bigfoot, because we got this great dare. So Chase DeCosta wanted to see a sassy salamander sneakily snooping Sasquatch shaving, all right? And then Daniel Hosner wanted to see a mangrove estuary, all right? So I'm gonna take you back to 1987. And I'm gonna take this Sasquatch, or I'm gonna take my favorite Sasquatch, which is Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. And we're gonna have him starring in this drawing. We're gonna take you to a mangrove estuary, and let's have a little fun with it. So stick around, and I'm gonna start doodling. All right, so Sasquatch is shaving. Let's give him a mirror. What do you say? All right, we're gonna do the hardest part now, which is the hand. All right, so one has to ask oneself if the Sasquatch really gave himself a good shave job, would he just look like a human? How ape-like is the Sasquatch? All right, so one of the things I'd like for our viewers to tune in and dare me to draw is he's gonna have a can of shaving cream here, and maybe we can make up a cool brand name, or maybe just pick a name brand one that we really like. Pine Drama Scent, I like it. Squatchman's finest. All right, you're on. Dare accepted for the brand name of the shaving cream. Squath. I did it wrong. That's okay. Here we go. Easily solved. Here we go. Oh look, they're all black letters now. There we go. We'll get back to that. Let's get back to Bigfoot himself. So I have a running theory that the Super Nintendo version of Donkey Kong, the look they gave him in those days, which I believe they carried on the same look, but I feel like it was greatly inspired by the look of Harry and the Hendersons, because I noticed they both have this like sympathetic, almost like a very hollowed out eye socket area, and they both have like kind of the pointed head. All right, so now I gotta add the mangrove estuary, which if anyone's wondering what a mangrove estuary is, it's a mangrove tree. There's actually, I think there's like around like 60 to 600, I forget the exact number, different types of mangrove trees, but basically a mangrove tree is a tree that can sort of like survive in a low amount of like freshwater environment or even saltwater environment. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw something to make this a little more homey, you know, since our Sasquatch pal here made his home in the very difficult to navigate mangrove estuary. So we're gonna give him a little kind of homey thing, give him that, give him one of those touching little signs that people put up in their house to make it feel more homey. There we go. Feet pray love. We're gonna do all these scraggy root outcroppings. Personally, I use the Mach 3, I stand by it, because any of the blades that have more blades in it, the hairs just get stuck in there. I feel like the single blade, useless. The Mach 3 is amazing. My wife steals it all the time. I just found out like a week ago. I'm like, these blades used to last me like months. They must be making them worse. But then I found out she was using mine. All right, so I just made some space for Falcor, the Luck Dragon, doing figure eights. It's gonna have to be small though. I don't have a lot of room here, but we're gonna do our best. One of the things I always loved about the design of Falcor was that he was furry, but you could see that he had scales under the fur. I always thought that was so gross, but kind of awesome. So thank you very much, Bigsby213, for your live dare. Oh! I'm just keeping Sharpie in business. Sharpie, if you're watching, sponsor me. Sponsor me, please. Are we considering Bigfoot and the Sasquatch to be the same thing? Or is like Sasquatch kind of like a general thing? Like, isn't there like, are like frozen landscape Sasquatches and forest ones, and Bigfoot is just a specific Sasquatch? Or is Bigfoot the Sasquatch?
Yeah, I think
it's just the name of one.
I'd say, like, scientifically, but like just having one of a cryptid doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. Hey, anyway, all right. So this has been a very fun and very swampy dare. This has been a very swampy dare. So I want to thank Daniel Hosmer for giving us the location. Always an important part of a dare, which is the mangrove estuary. Very cool dare. And then I want to thank Chase DeCosta. He wanted to see a sassy salamander sneakily spying on Sasquatch shaving, which is really the heart of the whole thing. Really great dare. And then I want to give some thanks to our live dares. So we had In Your Brain, Aaron O'Brien dared me to make the brand of shaving cream that Sasquatch is using to be Squatchman's Finest Pine Dream Scent. Love it. We had Carrie Ann Correa, House of Correa, wanted to see Old Greg in these waters, all right? And then we had Bigsby 213. Yeah. Bigsby 213 wanted to see Falcor doing a figure eight in the sky. Thanks, Bigsby. All right, and then Charles wanted to see the bat symbol on the back of Sasquatch's mirror. All right, so I went ahead and I threw Harry and the Henderson style Sasquatch in there just for a little bit of fun. Anyhow, I had a whole lot of fun doing it. I'm really glad you all tuned in for this. I'm really glad that we got to put some live dares in it. So don't forget, you can tune in live every Wednesday, 5 to 8, and we take on live dares as I'm drawing out these drawings, and you can interact with me and we can have a lot of fun together. All right? So anyway, tune in for the next episode of Dare Danger Dan.